God
So
damn it.
What did you do?
I started playing it twice. I didn't close it quick enough, so it looped. Motherfucker.
You gotta turn off the loop.
I know, man. I gotta configure my Windows Media Player later. Ugh.
That's alright.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Playing Field. This is
Hey.
this is a thing where we talk about video games and stuff because we're in that field, and that gives us the right to just judge people and make opinions on stuff. Because
I'm
it's
the
the internet.
experts.
Oh yeah. So today we're going to be talking about. We have like two main topics, and then we're probably just gonna say some other stuff, and that'll lead into other stuff, as most podcasts tend to go. So the main things we're going to be talking about are the new advent of Steam broadcasting and what effect that might have on like Twitch or any other type of streaming service. And then we're also going to go over the blending line between voice actors and normal actors with mocap and all that stuff, and how Troy Baker's and everything, and he's very pretty. So yeah, I think we're going to start with Steam broadcasting. And Cry, you mentioned you did not know much about this, correct?
I need to know the hypothetical information that I don't know about.
Hypothetical. Hypothetically, it's like 1-to-1.
Oh.
It's like instant.
Wow, hypothetically,
Zero
I'm in
delay.
love with this Steam bod.
Hypothetically, they pay you by the minute.
I have been
I'm in.
actually testing it pretty extensively with somebody, and it seems to be about a 10-second delay. And it's so it's not as good as, you know, the old Twitch used to be, but it's not terrible. But the weird thing is it picks up other sounds. Like, it doesn't just pick up the sound of the game. So, like, if you're talking to that person and then you watch them on on their thing, you'll hear yourself talking, but you won't hear them talking. So it's kind of weird.
They're just all computer sounds.
All sounds, yeah. It's like stereo mix, basically.
That's why you would have to use something like virtual audio cables.
You would, yeah, you definitely would. But I mean, I don't think they're trying to replace Twitch or anything like that. I think they're just trying to replicate the PlayStation, because you can do that with PS4, right?
Yeah, you can, but that's also like Twitch.
Yeah, you can do it through PlayStation, but it streams to Twitch or Ustream or wherever.
Oh, so you can't just bounce in to somebody playing a game and then bounce back out like it's a private broadcast?
Right, 'cause
No.
that's what Steam's like trying to make it towards, like
Yeah.
watch your friends, not more like broadcast yourself to the internet.
Right, that's what I've noticed. And like, I kind of like that. I don't think they're trying to overtake anything because, Steam's not dumb. They're not going to try to just beat Twitch now that Twitch is, that high in the hierarchy right now. I think it's exactly like that. Just kind of like, instead of, if you're living at home or something and you're like, you just bust down your brother's door and like see what he's playing. It's kind of like that, but just internet style, which I think is pretty cool.
Is there a way to is this like an always on thing?
Was they send you like an invite to watch you, and then you set it up, right?
Yeah, there are well, yeah, you can just go in your settings and change it right now, but the settings, if you haven't touched them, they'll pop up the first time when somebody requests to watch something, so yeah.
What if you have it like set to auto and you forgot and you're like playing Grand Theft Auto and you're just in a strip club for like half an
Well,
hour?
it lets you know when somebody begins watching, so
Oh, okay.
you can't fuck that up. And then there's also a little private chat so they can talk to you too, and like anybody else who's currently
So
watching.
like, hey, make it rain on our titties. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, it's good friend interaction. I like that, actually.
Huh,
Oh, that'd
okay.
be hilarious. They just start talking about your gameplay while you're in the middle of it, and they're like, "What the fuck? You're watching me?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you have to be of the mindset of wanting people to watch you when you're playing it, and if not, then you just don't accept their invite.
So you can enjoy your titties in peace.
Exactly.
Good.
We all
I
need to
got
enjoy-
a,
Go ahead.
I just got a different impression from the whole thing.
How so?
It seems like Steam is pushing towards being a sort of all-encompassing community. Like, they have the Steam Curator thing. They have game sharing. They have trading to a degree, and now they have some form of streaming. I think they're trying to give people the tools to do everything in-house.
That's true. That you made me think of a big picture too. How they're trying to branch out in that aspect. Like they want it to be in the living room, not just in your computer room. That actually
They
kinda
have
makes
an
sense.
operating system.
True.
So now all we need are like Steam toiletries and Steam pizza deliveries.
Exactly.
And then we have just Steam life. All right,
The
cool.
monopoly of Steam.
Steampunk was never the thing. It was just Steam. Whoa.
See, that's the thing, though. Like, would you mind? Obviously they're not trying to do that, but would you mind a monopoly if like Steam had it? Because they appear to be pretty good. Like, I almost like wouldn't care if that was the case.
I would care.
Why? Just because it's all like 1984 Total Control thing, or?
No, because Steam doesn't they don't really filter their content anymore.
Yep.
So it becomes kind of a cesspool.
You're talking about like green light and all the possible shit that can appear now?
Yeah, and Steam reviews, the curator thing, it's all very open. And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's very hard to find choice content now.
It's
True.
becoming saturated.
Yeah, that is true. That is something I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about, how Steam reviews, like, the top reviews are not actually reviews, they're just some shitty joke.
Right.
That kind of pisses me off.
1,000 hours played. It's kind of good.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it's like something like that, or like, oh, I could fly a goat over over the moon and blah 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 blah. 10 out of 10. Like
Batman Arkham Asylum?
what? God
I
damn
was just
it.
trying to guess the game.
Yes.
Okay.
But I really don't want to order a Steam pizza and there be an ad for an RPG Maker game on top of it. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I need another sale on RPG Maker VX Ace, even though I spent the full price for it. I need it.
Oh God. Speaking of that, actually, is that is that public knowledge yet? By the way,
No, should
Okay.
we do that?
do you want to disclose that now? I feel like
I don't give a fuck.
why not? This might be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Won't have that much reach anyway, so go for it.
True. Yeah. Snake, you're pretty much in charge of it anyway, so.
So, we've come to an agreement that D&D, our current campaign, will be discontinued, and we will soon move on to another style of game, maybe D&D, maybe something else. Who knows? But that's not as important as what we're going to do with the current campaign, and that's make it into an RPG Maker game.
But dun. We just talked about shit about them. Now we're making
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, so it's gonna be ammo style for those curious.
of course. No combat, just running away from things and hiding in closets.
Running away from giant drunken Marv.
Jesus Christ.
covered in blood. That's
So,
terrifying.
like, I've been curious, like, are we going to, up until the point that we've gotten to, are we going to recreate everything that's happened?
Yes.
Okay. So everything that has happened. And then I'm just curious how to actually incorporate gameplay into it. Because we don't have that many fights, you know? And if it's going to be like JRPG style, there need to be more like just bullshit fights.
You know,
Right.
what we could do is when we actually do have a situation where we're like, you know, when we were in that cave, for example,
Mhm.
we could just expand upon that. Like, instead of just having exactly what happened in that cave, we add a bit more, like, make it a bit more vast and just exaggerate what happened, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely make like a extensive cave system, and we'll make it an RPG. And then you'll have towns where you don't necessarily get into random battles, but then when you're out exploring like a cave or traveling from one place to another, of course there'll be random battles. That's how those games work.
Oh, I just realized I was looking at the viewer list.
Yeah, why were you looking at the viewer list?
Sorry.
It's a terrible thing to look at.
Sorry about it. Yeah, everyone wanted to see their names. But yeah, I think that could actually be really cool. Honestly, I'm kind of excited about that. But the thing is, how do we differentiate it from every other RPG Maker game? Because just because it has a good story doesn't mean people are going to care about it. They're just going to see RPG Maker and go RPG Maker.
That's where we gotta have pretty visuals, man.
How though?
Gotta be like, steal pixel artists and just make them work for us and pay them, because the pixel artist is actually really, really hard to do.
I know it's hard to find people that can do that.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like,
especially
you need to
not
have
for
very, very
compensation.
specific, specifications for something like that. Like it's a huge pain in the ass to make like an actual, just a walking character. There's like 27 different images for that shit. It's hard.
No one else is hard.
What?
Got nothing. Keep going on.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Diamonds.
Yes.
My goal with the idea wasn't to appeal to someone who is unaffiliated with the campaign. It's
So
to
it's more
give people-
in-house.
Yeah, it's more of a chance to give people the opportunity to finish the story.
So it's more MSF RPG kind of thing.
I would say it would be a bit more.
Obviously more open and detailed than that shit that I made in like a week, but yeah. I'm just talking about the in-house aspect of it, where it's meant to cater to people who already know about it, rather than
Right.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's cool. We should probably actually start doing that stuff and actually like not just talk
Start
about it
making
as we tend to
mechanics
do.
and things. Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's
so
Steam Broadcast, everybody.
That
Yeah,
is
good.
Steam Broadcasting. We talked about that for about 3 minutes and then our own shit for longer. Good. Okay, so this should be interesting. The roles of actors and voice actors. This is basically the Troy Baker segment now. So
Okay.
I'll talk about him all day, but
He's
so,
such a hunk.
he is a fucking hunk. Snake, this is your topic idea, so I want to hear your views on it first.
Well, I have mixed feelings about it. You have people like Kojima and Del Toro working together with Silent Hills. Norman Reedus being the actor in that. You have Kiefer Sutherland in MGS5. You have Troy Baker. You have Kevin Spacey. A lot of
Hold
The
on,
line
did you just
between-
put Troy Baker on the same level as like Kevin Spacey and Kiefer Sutherland and all these people? Do you
no,
think?
I'm just saying that they're using actors and voice actors in a way that hasn't been done before.
Okay, fair enough. Continue.
And it's blurring the line between cinema and video game. I don't know how I feel about that.
Was it Willem Dafoe? Wasn't he in that one game?
Oh yeah, he was in God, what is it? Wow, why
Oh,
can't
you
Two
played
Souls.
it.
Ellen Page game?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What was it?
Down 2 Souls.
That's right.
It was
Yeah, it's
not. I just don't like the ending. Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
But
yeah,
no, even then, that's just like it's movies with actual actors in them playing themselves, kind of thing. Well, not themselves, but actors
That's
being
okay. I
in a
agree.
movie, and you're playing an interactive movie.
That game in itself literally was a fucking Hollywood budget movie. But it was just like, I'm also a game, check me out. And then the ending solidified the fact that I'm a movie, check me out. It felt like, you know how X-Men movies end? Or at least the first few of them, like they
Like
had that.
slightly open-ended cliffhanger,
Yeah.
like what happened.
Yeah, exactly what they did with Beyond Two Souls.
I see.
And I was just like, you killed it. You killed it. You took it out back and you shot it. That's what it felt like to me at that point.
Yeah,
So,
but I
do you think there's like there's no room for it then, or do you think that game in particular just happened to be a bad example?
For motion cap,
Yeah, for actually using real actors and stuff like that.
I think motion cap is a nice way for if, for example, you needed to get something done fast, but I think you should stick to the OG and the animation stuff for like the main focal points of things. But like if you
completely
wanted to like
disagree with
just
that.
do oh yeah?
Oh, completely. I mean, you
think-
compare, a non-mocapped animation versus a mocapped one. One obviously looks way better.
Yeah, but like
Mhm.
shit like Bayonetta, you're not gonna be able to do that.
True. Yeah.
How the
well,
No,
fuck
but
you
that
gonna do
wire-
that?
like a wire team helping you out, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, see, I'm talking about like like stuff that's more
Video gamey?
eye-catching, appealing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
But I'm sure that takes a lot more time and money to pull off, even though it does
Oh,
look
yeah.
a lot greater. I'm sure just doing mocap is, a lot cheaper and just a lot easier.
do you think?
I mean-
I don't know enough about it to justify that.
Me either.
I'm
Last
still
time I
a
was-
fan. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, last time I was at QuakeCon, I met with some guy who was actually talking about making like a bunch of packs, like animation packs that are like already like just easily you throw the model in and it would, you'd probably have to do a little tweaking, but it was just like packs of hundreds of like stock animations to sell to, potential gamers coming up.
Huh.
So, but he was in the mocap business and it doesn't seem like it would be that hard. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's difficult and has a lot of technology behind it, but putting it out there doesn't seem like it would be costly to do.
Right.
Well, see, my thing is, I'm still like a fan of like I'm sure how a lot of people are a fan of like old school hand drawn 2D animation like Don Bluth and all that shit. And then you got like a bunch of like 3D modeled stuff that just seems it feels like it cheapens the deal. You know?
Well,
Like,
I
as
mean, a lot of
opposed
the
to-
time, even like if you're a person trying to learn animation, even 2D animation, a lot of the times people do it by tracing over, a video of someone walking and then just like learn from there. So there's just like a really basic form of mocap. So it's the only way to make it like realistic if you're trying to do that.
maybe it could be like a stepping stone, but then they could evolve it into their own vision.
According to Pixel Leaders, motion capture is actually a hell of a lot more expensive than traditional 3D animation. See, this
Really?
is stuff we should probably research before we talk about it, but
Listen, I
even
like
then-
talking out of my ass.
that's true.
Me too. Like to pretend.
So
carry
then,
on.
if that's true,
But I mean, what is it still costly over like I just see a person animating it would have to be there for a long time to make it look maybe as good as mocap.
that's true.
Well, from what I hear, apparently mocap just gives you a good idea, but it's apparently like
Like it's part of the process.
yeah, there's a lot of glitchy shit that goes on with mocap, at least from the last time I heard about it. I don't even remember where
Well,
I
I'm
heard
sure
about
you
it.
can't just immediately import, whatever happens and that's it. It goes right into the game. Obviously, there's tweaking, but I think it's way easier than making it from scratch, and it's way more natural too. Like actually, I was just playing the Call of Duty because I wanted to see Kevin Spacey, and you could tell every single thing in that game is mocapped, every single motion, and it looks really good. I mean, the game itself is like, but like the actual like animations and quality of the movement and stuff, it's like scarily realistic. And you can tell like the faces of the people are actually the faces of the people that were doing that. So it's like they're actually
LA Noir?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
See,
LA
LA
Noir.
Noir did it really well. I liked
Yes.
LA Noir.
Because LA Noir had like scarily. That was like the first time in a game where facial animations were like completely.
They're part of the
realistic.
gameplay.
Yeah, and like
It needed it.
that really was like playing a movie, because like every single actor was just that's what they looked like in person. They're just digitized. It's almost going full circle back to like the really shitty like early '90s games where they actually used like like Mortal Kombat where they actually used like sprites of like real people.
Oh, you mean like that game we played with Nicolas Cage, The Ripper?
Yes, exactly.
That was
It's like
a great
almost coming
game.
full circle, but they're actually 3D now. So, do you think?
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm okay with the technology and where it's going, but it's still making a statement about the blending of that Hollywood scene with the blending of games.
Do you view that as a bad blend, though?
Well, it can be. Look at the way the Hollywood scene is portrayed and how saturated it is.
So you're saying you don't like the Resident Evil movies?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
I knew it. I read between the lines and I got what you meant. All right, good.
Aren't they making a game based off the movies now, or something?
I
Some
I know they're
bullshit?
making a TV show.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not pleased.
And
That's awesome.
It's a TV show not based off the game, though, right? It's based off the movie. That's what I've
Yeah,
heard.
and it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's
TV show based off the movie, based off the game.
that really is
Resident
like
Evil.
the game, the movie, the game, the TV show. That's like it's almost like a parody of itself at this point.
I'd watch. I think I'd play it, right?
Hmm?
Which one do I do? Do I watch or play it?
Oh,
Read it.
Oh.
you read it. Going
It's a
back.
graphic
the
novel.
visual novel. Yeah. But it brings up the question: like, are or I guess not voice actors, are video game actors going to start to rise to the same level of fame as normal actors eventually? In 10,
Oh
20 years.
man.
I would say that voice actors are becoming more commonly known. So yeah, I can easily see that becoming a thing.
This is true.
Like, I would honestly like classify Troy Baker as an actor at this point, not just like a voice actor.
Well, voice acting is a form of acting.
Well,
or,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
like on screen.
yeah, I would as well. And hell, a lot of, well, I don't know, I don't want to say a lot, but I know some voice actors also have stage presence.
True, very true. So, how long do you think it'll take before those lines actually become like non-existent, and voice actors are at the red carpet instead? Well, not instead,
Right.
but in addition to.
Academy Award goes to David Hayter.
I guess it really just depends on how technology continues to evolve.
Well, see, that's the thing. Voice actors take solace in the fact that people don't know them, like physically.
I don't know.
Just the voice.
Except Troy Baker, because he's hot as fuck.
Everyone knows Troy Baker at this point. Everyone knows Troy Baker, Nolan North.
He's a
Jennifer Hale,
household name.
That's true, I guess. But I think there's going to be more of them, like, as time goes on and as video games get closer and closer to, like, the quality of actual movies, that I think, that there's going to be more Troy Bakers and shit as time goes on.
In order for this to happen, though, there's going to have to be a wide acceptance of culture that stems from video games.
Which, I mean, I think that's beginning to grow. Like, because I think if you look at, The Last of Us, that, I don't know why they're making a movie about that. That was as good as it could get, I think. Like, I don't think there's, if you make it a movie, what are you going to do differently?
Well, that's the thing. They're not... If the two were already blended, they would have no reason to make a movie. But the point is, they're not blended. So they're going to make more money by creating it in a live-action film format so everyone else can see it. People who don't play the game.
So
I
I guess
think
it's
it has more reach that way.
Yes.
true. Movies are more popular than video games. That's definitely true. So do you think it's a generation gap thing? Like in 40 years when everybody knows what video games are, then it'll be on equal ground, maybe?
I would say so, yes. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, though.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to take, until this current generation kind of dies off. It's not
Right,
gonna be-
yeah.
But yeah, just because, a lot of them did not grow up with video games and we all did, so it's got dark.
Right. But even then, like, have you ever noticed that video game culture is the one that, like, gets up in arms the quickest after, like, little shit is talked about it? Like, when's the last time we had, like, a movie gate happen?
That's a good
Or a
point.
music gate or anything like that? They just, like, you can talk shit about music and movies and they won't, like, give that big of a shit, but you rabbing on video games, you're done for.
Well, dude, movies came out in like the 50s. Well, not the 50s, earlier than that, like 20s and shit,
Definitely
right?
in that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you there was something similar to that back in the day. It's just it didn't have the internet to like.
Actually,
expand
that's
it and
true.
shit.
That is true. I remember hearing at some point there was like movies or like The Devil or something like that or some something along those lines.
Right.
So
History's repeating itself in
My
a new form of
soul.
media, bro. Shit.
Oh my gosh.
that makes me
Dude,
curious.
if we don't learn from our past, it just repeats itself.
I love Donkey Kong.
Me too.
I'm just curious. What do you think? Actually, it brings up like an interesting point. Movies started like almost 100 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And then video games are maybe like they started becoming mainstream like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
something
they're like as old as us, like almost 30.
yeah, something like that. I'm just curious. What's going to be the next? Is there a next thing?
The next medium.
Yeah, the next medium.
Possibly
Virtual,
VR,
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. VR. Yeah.
Depends
I
how
guess
good it gets.
augmented reality, maybe. I'd see that happening before VR.
True.
Yeah. Google Glass, I mean, is already a thing.
I feel like
Yeah, but that's tanking.
It really is.
is it?
Yeah,
heard about it.
people lost interest.
Huh.
So we're not gonna have Oculus Rift porn sessions?
It's already a thing, isn't it?
Really? Shit.
Were you implying like together?
No.
Because I like you, but
Like they're not gonna keep expanding on that?
I don't know how the industry of porn / Oculus Rift is going. I'm
Well,
sorry.
no,
I don't have that
minus the porn
source.
part. That was just
Oh.
yeah.
Well, hard to
Wow.
say. Is Oculus Rift like out in the market yet, or is it still like you have to be like a tester kind of thing?
I think it's still tester.
Yeah, and who wants to pay? How much is it to buy one of those things?
I haven't
probably
looked into
quite
it.
a bit.
Yeah, who wants to pay that for a beta project that may not even
Become a
gain any?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't like Facebook buy it or some shit?
I believe so.
Yes, they did actually.
But I know that CEO from id went over there too. And he got in a lot of trouble because id was apparently making a project where it had like something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
John Carmichael, I can't remember his name.
Carmack?
Carmack.
I read recently that a small handful of like app developers and things for Google Glass, I think it was, jumped ship because, well, no one was there to buy it.
No support. Yeah.
Yeah.
you think because it's just the world's not ready for it yet?
I don't think they are.
I think they're ready for it. I just don't think they care.
Well, the thing is, though, most of the world are still like, computer games are lame. Football is the shit, and like they're just in the old ways, man. They haven't been exposed enough to the idea of technology as much as they have to non-technology ways.
Well, I
So,
don't know. I
think,
kind of
like-
disagree.
In 100 years, I think they would be much more open to that.
I don't know.
I would. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because about 90% of the people I went to high school with are all my age. They still like football more than video games. So I mean, it doesn't. It's I don't think it's
That's
a time
because their
generation
parents, dude.
thing.
Their parents.
But then
bribe
their
them
parents are
with
gonna, or then their
footballs.
kids are gonna like football because they did.
But my parents love football, and I love video games. Explain that, Doctor.
Exactly.
You're an
See?
anomaly.
Then we're
Yes.
going to have anomalies that help balance out video games over footballs. There you go.
So
Bam.
you're saying I'm part of the mutant generation?
You're the Sasquatch.
You have the gene, and that's groovy. But Justice Nugget says, "I like sports ball." Thank you for that.
See?
I like blitzball.
God damn it.
Honestly,
I like
football is
Smash
good.
Ball.
The hell, Smash Ball.
But I don't think it's a matter of people liking, like, say, football over video games so much as I think it's a matter of people just not wanting to deal with that tech. I mean, we're in the age of smartphones and tablets and smart watches, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's really willing to wear,
Goggle
head-
headsets.
Yeah.
Well,
They-
it's pretty much like, wasn't the idea of a tablet initiated like a long time ago and no one bought onto it? But then Apple suddenly did it, and then they're like, you know what? I want it now.
See, that's the thing is I think they took a lot of existing technology already and then they just streamlined it so it's more, more appealing and everybody wanted it. So I think the Oculus Rift needs to be like the pioneer that's going to fail before someone actually picks it up and makes it into something everybody's going to want.
I like what you just said. I think that's gonna happen.
True.
Might
yeah.
happen. Especially
Because-
since they sold out to Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That
that
was
is
a shame.
that is the next step though, like actually having.
We need a
physical-
martyr for video games.
Yeah, once the technology's a lot cheaper and it's in everyone's hand, I think it's going to that might be the next medium then.
Who wants to fail for the world? Please do it.
Oculus Rift is always working on it.
Good man. Good man.
They're just like really sad in the corner, giving a thumbs up. We're doing it.
Good luck, future.
Ugh.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just opened up all my Dragon Ball Z movies because I just wanted to.
Been on Dragon Ball Z kick for like past week now.
I haven't really watched any of it. I just have the movies. All right, cool. What do you got, Mr. Host?
Oh, I'm actually just seeing what chat has to say right now. Time
Oh,
and
okay.
said Apple made a tablet sort of thing called the Newton in the late '80s. Didn't do
I
very
remember
well.
the Newton.
You
In
remember that?
Microsoft. I remember Bill Gates proposing the idea for some sort of tablet way back when, but it didn't catch on. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
Well, weren't like PDAs kind of like tablets?
No.
Like a BlackBerry kind of thing.
Yeah, they kind of.
No one likes Blackberries.
I'm saying like they seem like the primitive form of it. I had one of them when I was like 10 for no apparent reason, and
Right.
it had like apps on it and shit. Obviously, it had nowhere near the power or capabilities and stuff like that, but I think it was a basic form of it.
Right. It was like
It was,
a TI-88 calculator.
yeah.
Sort of. It was a little bit better than that. They had like
Oh,
backlights and
definitely.
shit.
And you could call people.
Oh man, I just remember in like 8th grade, I didn't even know you could do this. This kid had a T-Mobile Sidekick 1. You guys remember that phone by any chance?
Yes,
Like it's like-
sidekicks were.
The like
were
keyboard flipped
good.
around. Yeah, they were awesome. It was the
Yeah.
first time I even knew this was possible. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he was just like, browsing some like Yahoo something, and I was like, "You're doing that?" I was like, "You're doing that on your phone? You fucking
Right.
kidding me?" Like during class, like oh, it just blew my mind.
I love those moments where it's like, technology, wow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
felt like
that-
a kid.
That reminds me of how I felt when consoles started to get online, like
Oh, yeah.
Dreamcast and
I had a
PS2.
Dreamcast. Yeah.
That was so fascinating.
Did you
to
guys
me.
ever do anything online on PS2? I never did.
I did.
I
What did
didn't
you
even
do?
know if
played-
you're MGO.
I did MGO. I did Resident Evil Outbreak, both of them.
SOCOM.
SOCOM, yeah.
I just delved into fuck, the online star something.
Fantasy
Fantasy
Star
Star.
Online.
Fantasy Star
Fantasy
Online,
Star
yeah.
Online. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was it.
that's what I did with Dreamcast. That was my shit. I love that game.
Yeah,
Wasn't,
I watched my buddy play it all the time.
Wasn't Time Splitters on Xbox or something like that?
I was
Yeah.
on Dreamcast also, I thought.
Was it? I think that's the only game that. Wait, could you play that online? I forget now.
I don't think so.
I must
Wasn't
have played
that
it
a-
with my friends then.
That was like a light gun game, wasn't it?
No, that's Time Crisis.
Ah,
Time
yeah,
Splitters is- Yeah, I don't recall any sort of online feature in Time Splitters 1 or 2. I have one still, I think.
Huh.
Every time I think of Time Splitters, I think of the game Psyops.
That was a great game.
What was that?
That was. I'll let Russ explain. It was really good though.
You were like a super soldier with psychic powers, and throughout the game, you're unlocking them through the story. And it's kind of like a neat idea where you can like shoot up a enemy soldier, then pick them up, keep shooting them, throw them at another enemy soldier, light them on fire, and there's like physics stuff like that. This is on like PS2 and Xbox,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it looks hella dated. Like when they're talking, it's that whole like they're just moving, but their faces aren't moving or
Their
changing.
heads are
and-
bobbing up and down, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, just slightly.
I
yeah.
remember
It's-
that.
Yeah, it's in that age, but the game itself, I don't know. It needs a revamp, that's for sure.
It was pretty much physics sandbox the game with like
Mm.
torture.
Huh.
It was
Right.
so good.
I think you could even like jump on a box and then mind control the box
Could.
and float around.
You
yeah,
could. I remember
that's
doing that.
like, part of getting around the game.
Oh god, dude. I want to play that again, even though I know it's dated.
Yeah, no, you should
Fuck. Such a good game.
get the nostalgic flowing for like 5 minutes, and you're like, this is garbage.
Alright, later, nerds.
That was actually a topic. Somebody, I forget who it was. Somebody brought it up yesterday. Something to talk about. It was like, what was your favorite game as a kid, and if you were to go back to play it today, would it still be as fun, or is it now like have the mechanics become so dated that it's not even enjoyable?
I've had the itch to play Earthbound lately, which I probably will eventually, but I don't know. I like that mechanic in its RPG style where it has the rolling XP. So if you take like you have like you know about it, it's like where you have like over 100 hit points or something, you take 99 damage. But if you kill the enemy in time, it'll stop. So you could only take 50% damage. So you kind of it's kind of like a bleed out mechanic while you're playing it.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
sweet.
played that game like several times and had no idea.
Yeah.
Good.
So the faster you end the combat, the faster you can save yourself. You can even stop people from dying that way.
Huh. Cool. Shit.
I remember something I played like every single day when I was probably like, God, when did that come out? It's like 13 years ago, so I guess I was like 11, 12, something like that. When Baldur's Gate first came out, I love this shit out of that game. I played it so much. Made every type of class, played the game. I must have beat the game 10 times.
That
And
explains why you keep playing old school CRPGs.
yeah, I just have the itch for them. But I tried to go back to Baldur's Gate, and I was like, ugh. It's just
Even like
so
the enhanced
gr-
edition.
Even the enhanced edition, because it's it's using the really old D&D. It's like D&D version 2 or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, it's just so gross and dated.
It's so slow.
I couldn't play it for literally more than 20 minutes.
Level 1, you're gonna whiff like every 5 times.
Yeah, you miss so many times. Ugh. And it's still
Morrowind's like that.
I've never played Morrowind, and I've heard amazing things, but I feel like that's the good example of something that was amazing at the time, but it's kind of like super dated now. It would
Yeah,
not
I
be
don't-
that fun to play anymore.
I got.
just-
Oh, sorry. What?
I'm just waiting for someone like I guess it's Skywind. I'm waiting for them to
Oh,
finish that
yeah.
if that ever fucking happens.
The one amazing thing I heard about Morrowind is you can make your own spells and just like leap across the entire world or something like that. That
Pretty
just sounds
much, yeah.
hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's like 19 load screens though.
Right. You could also like take once you learn like fire, ice, and electricity, you can make like a Kamehameha beam kind of thing happen.
God.
I got 3 games that I don't think aged well if I went back to play them.
Mhm.
That would
Jam
be.
Sam.
That one was amazing. Always will be. But the first one was WWF No Mercy for the N64.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I
that
think I could
game.
have a lot of fun with it. So
I don't know, man. I've seen some videos of it recently. It's pretty archaic looking these days.
Maybe I'm thinking of, was that the one where it was a black cartridge, or
Yep.
am I thinking? Oh,
That was it.
I don't know. You can like make your own character and put their own move sets and all that. That was really neat for that. It was like WCW versus NWO, except for with more character creation.
It was so fucking good. But I think I want to just keep it as good in my head. I don't want to ruin it.
Good call.
You know, it's kind of like watching that
Yeah.
old movie you had liked as a kid. Don't do that. And another one would be Diablo 2.
I was thinking that, yeah.
I don't
I
know.
could probably still play it though.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's very dated, but I still have fun playing the game.
I tried to play it with my old buddy of mine before Diablo 3 came out,
Mm-hmm.
and we just couldn't get past just how
Didn't even get to the Den of Evil.
yeah. It just looked so archaic. I don't know. I couldn't do it, man.
Did you
I
ever
love
play Median, the fucking psycho mod for it? Median XL or whatever it's called.
I never played
Oh
it.
yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, it
God.
overhauls a lot of shit.
It was actually really fun, but there's just so many things on the screen at once. It just like crashes the game. It's pretty fun, but it's it's really dumb.
And
Fun.
the last one was Baldur's Gate 2 Dark Alliance.
You always mention that game.
I don't know why, but
That was for
it's just
PS2,
like-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
It's
that
got
game.
this special place in my heart, and I don't know why.
Isn't that more like, probably because it was like a Gauntlet, wasn't it?
It was like Gauntlet with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it
and lots
wasn't.
of
It wasn't a
textures.
Baldur's Gate game like at all, except
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
world.
definitely like a spin-off kind
Yeah.
of thing.
It was fun though.
It was definitely fun.
It was not a bad game at all. Do you guys
It's
remember the
just-
game
I
The
think I
Summoner?
looked.
I have not.
I think so. I think
That was
I
like
do,
the
actually.
first like PS2 game, or one of the first ones I ever played. I don't remember anything about it.
Was that the one with the weird box art? No, I'm thinking of something else.
The whole game was kind of weird, but I think I remember it was really fun.
Nope, never heard it.
Hmm.
You're making it up. Not even really, even though I
What
just
about,
said 8.3 on it.
God, what was that one Square game?
The
Like-
bouncer.
The Bouncer. That's exactly what I was thinking of. That's
was
amazing. That game was amazing. I don't remember anything about it except the intro, which is like the Bouncer, and then that's like the main menu. That's all I remember.
I remember when I saw Metal Gear Solid 5 like the first time, it made me think of the Bouncer because the little horn coming out of his head.
How about Fighting Force? You guys remember that shit?
I remember it. I remember the name, but I don't remember anything about it.
It was like this here, if you see
Wasn't
the,
it like Power Stone?
No. It was like
Hmm.
a beat 'em up game with like this one of the cops is like a huge like bodybuilder that's like the Hulk. And then you like throw cars at them and stuff like that.
Huh.
It was fucking insane.
So what Superman 64 should have been.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Yes. Absolutely.
Just like, have we all actually played that game, by the way?
I've
Superman
never
64?
played
Yeah.
it, no.
You haven't? Really?
No. I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, so I live vicariously through him.
I Blockbuster rented it because I just
Me too.
wanted-
Me too.
Yep.
Ugh.
It
What
was
a
really
wasted
gross.
weekend.
It was just flying through rings. The game. That's all it
Yeah, wasn't great.
was.
What really disappointed me when I rented a game was I played Mega Man X, Mega Man X2, and then I ran Mega Man 7, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
I never
Well,
played.
dude.
What was it
it's
even
7,
for?
Not X.
I know.
What system was that for?
Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just that it went back to its Mega Man roots, and I was more of an X kid. And then eventually, as I grew up, I went back and played old Mega Man. It was pretty good, but Mega Man 7 just still has a bad taste in my mouth.
Hmm.
Because you wanted X, but you got Mega Man.
Exactly. No slides, no nothing.
Oh, you
Yeah.
couldn't like do wall slides and shit. And, like,
Nope.
oh, that's gross.
It's old Mega Man.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
The only Mega Man game, like OG Mega Man I played a lot was I think Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy.
No clue.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I can't confirm this for you.
That's true. You cannot.
I'll try though.
Okay,
I-
thank you.
The Cookie Echo the Dolphin gives me nightmares.
Oh God, that game was fucking scary.
Fucking
I don't know. I don't
water.
remember why it was scary.
You'd be just chilling, being a dolphin, making a little and then just out of nowhere you get eaten.
No,
Ain't
I-
that it was the original Mega Man on the Game Boy. That thing was awesome.
Have Cut Man and Guts Man.
Yeah, dude. I
What'd you
remember. I
Little voices
remember.
from the anime in your head.
I did not actually. I just played a lot of it because I like video games.
Me too.
But
Man.
I remember I traded it with one of my classmates for his Japanese copy of like Double Dragon or something. And my
Jimmy and
mom
Bimmy.
heard and she was furious and I had to trade it back. And then I realized, wait a second, I couldn't even play that game. So it worked out in the end.
Why couldn't you play it?
Because I don't know fucking words.
Oh,
I can't play Double Dragon without knowing what they're saying. It's important.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Need the tutorial text
Exactly.
of how to play Double Dragon.
What does A do? I don't know.
Punch is right.
Okay, what about B?
Punch is left.
Ah, God. Alright, I'm down.
Push both, you jump.
Holy shit. Wait, is that dive kick? No, that's all. No.
No, it's Double Dragon.
Okay. Alright, we went off on a tangent here.
All right. That's what the podcast is for.
Oh, yeah,
That's
tangent
true.
cast.
Point.
And
I wanted
if you
to,
play
uh,
Starsiege, go ahead.
No. I was gonna change topics, but what are you gonna say?
Starsiege Tribes.
I've only played just Tribes.
What game was
which
it?
one? Starsiege Tribes,
I've never
also
played it.
known as Tribes, like Tribes Ascend, Tribes
Oh,
1,
like-
Tribes 2.
Oh wait,
Like
was
Shadow.
that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the first one. I don't remember. I just remember it was called Tribes. I don't remember
I was
that
really
that-
bad at it.
pre-title. Because the movement was really weird.
It
don't know.
was. I played that game for upwards of 10 years.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Isn't that a game where it like kind of like promotes surfing and stuff? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said the movement was very strange.
Yeah, it is.
I guess skiing makes more sense than surfing because, you know, you're on the land.
Mm-hmm.
True.
There's no snow.
Yeah, no snow.
You can surf on land.
That's true. You can.
That game had voice chat, didn't it?
No.
It didn't?
No, it had like voice macros and voice packs for this.
I just remember a really long time ago, I was at my next door neighbor's house, and he was playing Tribes, and like somehow we got wind that this girl on our or this person on our team was a girl. We were like, oh my god, it's a girl! And then
Girl.
then my mom was like, oh, you need to come home, and I was like, no, we can't leave her. And then like I don't remember how we knew it was a girl. I thought there was voice chat, but I guess not. I guess he just
It
said
might
she
have-
was a girl.
Just the voice pack of a girl. Yeah, I'll cover you. Don't
We
worry.
were kids.
Yeah, I
The
understand.
PS2 version, I think Tribes Aerial Assault might have had voice chat. That was online.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
And can I just say before we move on
What's up?
from topics, Star Force Gemini would
mean-
not
I enjoyed
age
that
well at
game.
all.
Jet Force Gemini.
Jet Force Gemini was that?
I
it?
remember that.
Yeah.
I never played it, but I heard of it.
No, it definitely. Well, I played it not too long ago. It's still fun as hell.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I always wanted to
Yeah.
be the second player and be the little robot that helps you shoot stuff.
No, you're not allowed.
Robot. Oh, you mean the dog?
Yeah, there. Is it a dog? Because I remember I
Yeah,
thought there was like
Lupus.
a little. Yeah, well, I remember Lupus, but there's also if you played co-op, there was like this little robot that would follow over the shoulder of the whoever's player one.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
and,
about.
and yeah, and it was kind of co-op that way, which I thought was really cool. But I had no one to play with.
Oh yeah, I never had friends for it either.
Yeah.
All I remember are those giant fucking ants, and those weird like
Mhm.
Wookiee little things or whatever the fuck they're called. Like you know those
Wampus?
like white, whatever they're called. They're like little like furry white creatures.
I'm thinking of Wampus from Star Wars.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
God, fuck those things. It
I
scared the
just
hell
put
out
it
of
in
me.
TeamSpeak if you want to know. I put it in
Oh,
here too
man.
so people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, furry tribal. Oh, these guys.
Yeah, remember those fuckers?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
just
so
remember
cute.
accidentally shooting them or something. I think at one point.
Yeah.
It's like save them, and then I accidentally shoot them. I'm like, oh no,
I'm a man.
I'm a man. I accidentally murder things.
Yeah. I think that was one of the games that you need the expansion pack to like play
You
the full
did.
game.
You had that red
Yeah.
thing.
I
You
rented
needed that
it, so
for
I-
Majora's Mask also.
I remember that
Mhm.
shit. Yeah, that's what it was
And
like.
Donkey
Damn,
Kong 64.
it's gonna be a
and a
good
whole
looking
bunch.
game.
I don't even know what it did.
I think it was more RAM, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, like
more
8
VRAM or
megabytes of
something.
whole RAM or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
It's so much RAM.
Back then, man, that was like a whole nother.
The whole level.
God, yeah, like those 8 MB PS2 memory
cards
or
and
whatever.
shit. Yeah.
God.
Well, that's not even that. I mean, like saves are not that big. Like the actual file types, they're still very small. So
KBs.
Yeah. It was weird, like, because when I used to make Flash games, I had to learn how to actually make, like, a save system. The only thing that happens is when you save the game is it just literally saves every single variable in the entire game to, like, just
Right.
a text file, and then when you hit load, it just loads all those variables back in. That's all it does.
Yeah,
But
then why are some saves like 3 megabytes? And
because
shit?
there's hundreds of thousands of fucking variables in higher end games.
I feel like some
like,
of my Skyrim
NPC
saves are like
position.
64 megs. I could be wrong, but I think
many
they were
nude
getting up
mods?
there. Probably
Yeah.
a lot of nude bots.
Actually, here, I can text you right now.
But
Comment.
I remember
That's-
looking at my save file and like I had some big ass numbers. It might have just been 6 megabytes, but
Got to remember where you stored all those naked bodies.
exactly. It
Well, that's
needs
the
to
thing.
know.
Skyrim, like, every single one of those things is a variable. And,
Mhm.
like, there's 10 variables about which position that guy is in. So, yeah, I can honestly see that. Because they're just, like... I don't know how that game quick saves in, like, 1 second. Because there's so much shit it has to save.
Maybe it just
Hmm.
saves for wherever you're in the zone at the moment, and then still
Save
keeps
8,
the old
prisoner
data
1.
everywhere else.
Save 8, prisoner 1, 6 megabytes. Say it was 6 megabytes, not 60.
It makes a lot of
It's not
sense.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Well, that's
I'm sure the
6
more you
megabytes
change in the
of
world-
text.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you think about that, that is a lot of this equals this. It's just that's all it is.
Yeah.
God. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Quesaro just said that Final Fantasy VII port's coming to PS4.
Yeah, that was the biggest middle finger by Square Enix.
Yep. Especially
Wait, what are
all
they doing?
all the headlines were like, "They're remaking Final Fantasy VII on PS4, yeah!" And then you
Yeah.
click on it, it's just a slight upscale in resolution. It's the same game.
What are
And
they
it's
doing?
the PC version, the one with
the shitty music, yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
The one that I
Damn,
played?
feels good to be a gangster.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we replaced all your music, so you were
So
spared.
they made it a little bit better from the PC version then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Of course.
Wow.
That or they're just
Oh.
re-releasing the PC version. I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's
Either way,
probably
you
just
can't.
that.
You won't be able to
PlayStation
mod the
is not
music.
strong enough.
Yep.
That's
So, yeah.
depressing.
Yeah, that was a big fuck you. I don't know why they would ever do that. And they like saved that announcement for like the Game Awards too. Like it's gonna be like a huge deal. Like, God, I just don't care.
Right.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about this. There was an article I read right before we started. Actually, it said like how they delayed The Witcher 3. We've all heard this. Yes.
Did they?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they did.
I
it was,
don't have any
uh,
interest in Witcher.
Fair enough. Anyway, they said they delayed it because they've been noticing a growing trend of AAA developers just releasing buggy and unpatched shit, which I think is very true. And I want to know if you guys thought it's the correct thing to do to keep delaying over and over again until it's absolutely perfect, kind of like Blizzard and Valve style, or is it okay to get a game that works on time and then they patch it overall and makes it perfect?
Well, see, I played a lot of Game Dev Tycoon, so I know all about that.
Yes, you're in the field now.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't got a straight 10 yet.
Oh, sir, you just gotta do game Call of Duty Zombie Tycoon 7 or some
Right.
shit. I don't know.
I just don't understand how AAA titles now that are coming out, did the publisher not play it and see this obvious bug that everyone's getting, or they were just like, that's a feature?
What's up?
I think what it is just they commit to these deadlines that they can't or end up not being able to feasibly meet. So
I
they
can
have to
understand
release
that.
it.
And then they do have a list of bugs and stuff. It's just they haven't gotten the time to fix them before. Like they're just like, yeah, we know that that NPC locks up, but we need to get this done before we can take care of that. Oh no, where's all the time gone? Release it.
So you think it's more a case of the higher up saying, "Fuck you, release it right now. I want my money."
Absolutely.
So I think that would explain why in-house companies just like Blizzard and Valve, they take a long time, but they never really have that issue because
Yeah,
no
they don't
one's
got a
no one's
publisher
forcing them to
hounding
do
down their
anything.
neck.
Right.
Mhm.
So
But-
that is the thing then. Yeah, go ahead, Snake.
The thing with that, though, companies like Valve and Blizzard can afford to do that. They're not bleeding money.
Is EA bleeding money?
I'm fairly certain they are. They won't be making another Sims game if The Sims 4 doesn't do well. They have said that.
Really? Huh.
I don't
Did The
think
Sims 4 do well?
I don't think it did.
From
The
what I
fact that we
played, it
haven't
was
heard
total
much
trash.
about it, yeah, the fact that we haven't really heard anyone talking about it means probably it's not doing very well.
Remember that big debacle over them taking out swimming pools as a feature?
Yeah.
And then making it DLC, didn't they?
Yeah, they made a patch for it and they didn't announce it. It just appeared in game.
Oh, they didn't even, like come out and say that it's being added.
Not to my knowledge.
Wow.
Was it because
It's
they
kind-
were embarrassed or something, or what?
I don't know.
Like this is what EA has done to like Maxis, because I was a big SimCity fan when the new SimCity had come out, and it was just like a dumbed down baby version of it. I know that
Yeah.
like they want to appeal to more people to do it, but you're killing your core fan base is the problem.
Yeah. Man,
Speaking of,
I was gonna say I like The Sims 1. That was a good game.
Yeah, it's so much character versus the
It
other
did.
ones. Though.
I don't know why. It was just fucking. I don't know. It could be nostalgia glasses. I don't know, but I thought that game was amazing. Go on, Snake.
I could play it without nostalgia glasses and tell you it was shit, probably.
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 Carry on, Snake.
speaking of SimCity, I'm pretty sure SimCity 2000 is free on Origin right now.
I did see that.
Oh,
It's kind of cool.
I have to get that.
The only sim game I played was like Sim National Park or something.
What?
And I
Theme
remember,
Park, I think.
was it the one where you
Zoo
could like have
Tycoon?
a forest fire and have the deers running around and they're like, oh god, I'm gonna die?
Might have been Sim Theme Park now that I think about it.
Did you guys ever play a game that was like SimCity, but it was like Roman? I don't remember what it was called.
Age of Empire.
No, it was not Age of Empires.
Sim Bowling?
What the fuck are you talking about? No.
You said Roman.
Oh, god damn
God
it.
Good one.
All right, that was clever.
Thank you.
Ah, God. So somebody in chat told me that game. It was like mid to late 90s, and it was like SimCity but in Rome, and the word plebeian was thrown around a lot. It was very funny.
Is that why you say it now?
No, SimCity Rome. Caesar? It might have been Caesar actually. Simcopter? What the fuck is Simcopter?
I remember that.
I forget what. You might have been like a police chopper or something, and you would fly around putting out fires and other things.
It was like
Oh.
shovelware at Walmart for $5.
Oh God.
Russ and I were looking at a game like that where we had to be like firemen or some shit, to, like save
Yeah,
the
that-
city or something.
It was like multiplayer Simcopter, except for everyone controlled one vehicle at a time, and you had to like work together. It
Yep.
sounded like cool, but it looks like garbage.
There's like a lot of like micromanagement shit and
Yeah.
also everyone's saying Caesar 3 and Caesar and stuff, so I guess
Yeah,
this
that's I think
Caesar.
it was Caesar. Yeah.
Hail to Kaiser.
Awe.
Away.
Can we talk about something really important and close to my heart?
I already know it's not going to be important.
If
Or
it
close
has
to your
to
heart.
do with anime, we're out of here.
Just
No.
go.
How shit Fable has become?
Mm. I
I
have
don't know.
never played anything but Fable 1, so I can't
Exactly.
participate here.
I was hyped up about Fable 1, but then it just crashed. It didn't live up to my expectations or what they hyped me up to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't think it hyped up because, Peter Molyneux is the king of hyping shit up and then not meeting them. But I still thought it was a fun game. It just, it was still disappointing.
Hero, get this boast. Come on, you can do it.
I remember being hyped up about it from previews on like Tech TV and shit from Adam Sessler.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played it and I was like, okay, I didn't get what they told me I was gonna get, but I still like it because I pirated this video game. Because I'm a little scumbag.
Right. I didn't
And-
waste my money on it. I'm happy about that.
Exactly. But I still really enjoyed the game and I played it several times. I never replay games, but I replayed that game several times. And then I didn't get to play 2 because that was on Xbox only, I believe. And then 3 came out. And then I was just like, okay, well, they fucked it up. And then the anniversary one came out for Fable 1, the anniversary. And you've seen screenshots and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How?
Were they bull shots?
How? How the fuck do you actively make your game look as atrocious as that?
Oh, I know. what
The
you're talking
anniversary
about.
ones?
Yeah,
Where
it did
they look like fucking
it
like
did-
mutants. Every single character looks like a mutant.
Right, yeah.
I
It
don't
looked like
get it.
almost a child, and that looks nothing like a child.
It was holy shit. Also, Screensavers was a great show. Sorry, I saw Snake.
I miss
Stop.
Leo Laporte.
Yeah.
I thought you were just talking about like normal screensavers on Windows.
No,
No.
no.
I mean, even Attack of the Show wasn't bad starting off, but
That's true.
I didn't
it
mind that
wasn't.
show at all.
There was
They just lost a
also
lot of their good hosts. Is the problem for me.
Yeah, they did.
when the whole initial G4 thing happened. You remember the show The Arena?
yes.
That was so fucking fun. I really like that show. I like missing school and just watching it.
Is that where they
Great.
took two teams of nerds to play against each other?
Yep.
And they like do a gauntlet. Like
Yep,
first game was like
exactly.
DDR.
And
It was
Jedi
just so
Academy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mech Warrior was also one sometimes. The Unreal Tournament. It was just all these games that was just like, I want to be these people. And I remember. Oh, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, it was gonna be something completely different.
Like, I just liked watching that show to satisfy myself because I knew that I could beat all of them at Jedi Academy.
I remember. Well, God damn it! What's up?
Oh,
I-
this is-
it was,
I was gonna say it's kind of like Beat the Geek when they used to have like the Simpsons nerd on there. It's like I know all this trivia.
oh yeah, understandable. I'm gonna say the thing I was trying to say now.
You're welcome.
There was a documentary
I have,
about
actually,
Fatality. You remember Fatality? The
Yeah.
pro gamer?
He has his own graphics card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember they had that documentary ever up on G4 at one point, and I was just like, that's my dream. I'm gonna be a professional video game player, and my mom is gonna love me. And I never did it.
Got dark. Well, technically you are. You are a professional video game player, so you kind of
I'm a-
succeeded.
I'm a professional at something that
play
involves
games
video
and get
games
paid to
that
do it,
I
so
play to do
That's
it.
in the literal definition of professional. You're a professional video game player.
But I don't play it for skill. I play it for, I'm gonna talk about dicks.
Yeah, well, that's another just an honorable line of work.
It's also a skill.
It is a
Talking
skill.
about dicks?
Talking
Yeah,
about dicks, yeah.
absolutely.
If you can make talking
Just
about
different.
dicks entertaining, that's a skill.
Yeah. Take it. I'm now Fatality. That's it. I gotta get my own video card.
Could have been the
Gonna
next
leave me
Dr.
sad.
Ruth and talk about penises, but rather you just play video games, talk about penises.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck it.
God, I remember when I worked at Best Buy, in the graphics card section, there was like a giant poster of him, and he was like, "Fatality recommends," blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is a fucking stupid poster.
Does he even play video games professionally anymore?
I don't know. It just said gaming icon under it, and I was like, I don't remember who this is.
I remember him.
He's just more of a spokesperson now than anything.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
He's a
do you play?
face. He was a Quake person, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did shooters. I forget which ones, but yeah.
It was Quake, I believe. I can't play Quake. I'm really bad at Quake.
Me too.
It's been years.
We should have a Quake night. There's like a bunch of like Quake live shit we can easily play.
That could be fun.
And I'm gonna get so motion sick.
Oh, that FOV.
Uh-huh.
Turn it up to 180.
Oh shit.
Somewhere Total Biscuit is getting a boner.
He's like, what is happening to me right now?
Speaking of which, should we talk about what we played this week?
Sure. Alright, good.
You're
Alright.
up, Russ.
Oh, I've been playing loads of XCOM and not getting mad, I swear.
Are you sure you're not getting mad?
Yeah, I'm not getting mad. I'm just reloading like every 5 minutes.
See, I've never played the game without Iron Man mode.
Yeah, I need to like I'm learning the new expansion that I bought apparently like months ago and never played. So maybe once I man up, I'll do Iron Man mode.
Iron Man mode is just when a character dies, they're dead for good, right?
You can't save and reload kind of thing.
So that's
Does it
how I
like does it
played
auto
Fire
save or
Emblem.
something or what?
I think you have to save and quit. And
Oh,
you
okay.
can't. Yeah. But
Yeah,
you
so it
can't
is like
just
Fire
save.
Emblem then.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't like Alt F4 or something?
It'll save your progress.
Regardless?
Yeah, it saves periodically. So if you Alt F4 in the middle of a mission, it'll take you back to right before whenever something bad, or like whenever you exited out.
Cool.
I could say I was definitely doing that when I was playing this war of mine though. Anytime someone died, if I Alt F4 fast enough before it said so and so died, I was like, oh, they're safe.
I
That
remem-
game, you lose somebody, it's over.
I really need to play that. One of these days, I keep getting told to play by like everyone. Is it that good?
I enjoyed it.
It just looks like a time management game and shit, right?
That's one aspect of it, but it's not the entire game. There's also action like sneaking around and with a knife in your hand, and when someone passes by, you can just stab them for a one-hit kill kind of thing. And then, yeah, it's more of like a inventory management game though as well when you're out scavenging because you have to pick up loot and you can only carry so much back to your base.
Resident Evil.
Good game.
Yeah.
Chris Redfield,
God damn it! Don't do this.
Jill Valentine,
Oh, you guys, my favorite one.
Barry Burton,
I love that guy.
Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker.
That one's also really good too, because isn't he like styling his hair back when he's
Yes, he is. Such a shit.
Oh, I love Albert. He's so cool.
So you want to know what I've been playing?
Yeah.
I already know what you've been playing.
You want to guess?
I know, but you just share it with the
illness
class.
game.
Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U Entertainment System. All right.
Is it called the Wii U Entertainment System?
I have no idea.
The Wii U ES. It just sounds like you're like freaking out. Wii U ES.
I would buy it like faster than if it was.
I noticed you guys have been
Yeah.
streaming that a lot more. It's good.
Yeah, Ben, actually.
It's fun to have like a game that you actually want to play and stream and shit.
I stream because you can play with viewers, and then they're like, "I'll take them," and then you take them, and then they're like, "Fuck, you took me."
I've
great.
been tooked.
Exactly. But then you get beaten, and you're like, "Fuck." If I be humble, they'll respect me. If I get salty, they'll say wrecked.
They're gonna say
Fuck.
wrecked either way.
You're gonna say
I'll say
wrecked either
wrecked
way.
either
Yeah,
way.
you're pretty fucked.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh
well,
So Russ, you've been
that's
doing
okay.
XCOM. Cry, you've been doing Smash. Snake, what have you been playing?
A lot of DA2.
Oh yeah, how's that progress going?
Well, I'm in Act 2 now.
Have you gone through the deep roads yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the end of Act 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I quit every time.
Me too. At least it's a different scenery at that point.
Yeah, but then you come right
You
back.
go right back. Yeah,
Has
that's.
it been a dragon yet?
I think there's only.
Yes. Yeah, there's. I
Yeah,
think
there was one in
there's-
the mines, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, where the hell it came from, I have no idea, but it was there.
Yeah, it's just like, I am in this mine. I am, insert that name of that one hobbit dragon. Smog?
Smog.
Smaug. Smog is in there.
Oh. Just
Bulbasaur
hanging out.
Cabbage Patch.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh god, Anne is requesting who you are romancing, Snake.
Jill Valentine.
I don't know yet.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
see.
Are you gonna romance Anders?
You're not gonna have a choice at some point.
Yep.
He's just gonna throw it on top of you.
I've been putting him down hard.
All right.
Oh, poor
good.
Anders.
He's such a little whiny bitch. He's like, fine. I didn't want to talk to you anymore then.
He's a
really
whiny
do.
bitch, but I gotta keep him because he's the healer. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he's a cock.
Dude,
Yeah.
romance Rex. That's who I would do.
Just fucking
Rex
bring him in somehow.
Dragon Age. Oh, that's
What-
right.
What
is
the strange planet?
In DA2, didn't they have like
They did, yeah.
armor? That's right. And
His,
then I think they
his
had that in
fucking head
Mass
is
Effect also.
in Inquisition. His fucking head is on a wall like a trophy.
Really?
Yeah, inside
Shit.
like your main Inquisitor keep or whatever. This is the fucking dead Rex on the wall.
Dude, I still can't find interest
That's
in
sad.
that fucking game, by the way.
Really?
I got to the point where I got Iron Bull, and then there's just this huge fucking map, and then I run up there, and I'm like, okay, I must go here then, probably. And then I see this giant fucking dragon fighting an ogre, and I'm just like, well, okay. And then I just left.
Yeah, it gets like I think too open world for me. I don't know.
It really is. Like, I like that they tried that. It's just, I need some kind of linearity when it comes to Dragon Age. at
Yeah,
least
that's
for some
exactly
reason.
why I liked Origins and 2 surprisingly better than Inquisition so far anyway. It's just I want to just go through an A to B to C kind of thing. I don't
It's
wanna-
like, yeah, like how Snake said, you prefer linear RPGs, right?
Yeah.
That's I think I do too, which sounds weird. Like we've had this exact discussion already about the whole like wanting like a Skyrim thing or wanting a linear thing. I just prefer linear when it comes to that kind of setting, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Because I mean, it's the combat is not fun enough to justify wanting to do it over and over again, just for the sake of exploring shit. Whereas like, if it was Monster Hunter or Dark Souls or something like that, it's actually fun fighting each individual enemy. So that I wouldn't mind. But someday they'll marry those two things together.
I do like the whole crafting thing though.
Yeah.
So you're saying we need to make a JRPG where it just starts the open world and you just go do a bunch of side quests.
But it
Maybe.
has. Go ahead.
So long as we make it so you don't have to spend 20 hours going in a straight line before you get there.
Yeah,
Fucking
That's-
descending into the ruins.
that's what I'm saying.
That will forever piss me off. Snake was so close to where it actually gets open worldy in Final Fantasy 13, and he was just on like the right before it happened, and then he just stopped playing.
No, I
Damn.
descended into the ruins. I've gone in.
No, I mean it's when you get out of the runes is what
Oh.
I'm saying. Right after that is when it opens up, and it's not terrible anymore. But
Jesus, 20 hours though. Really?
20 hours.
yeah, it takes a
Christ.
long time. It's a
What
heavy
about
investment.
13.2 that's on Steam right now?
Nah, I don't give a shit about that game.
Oh.
I don't care enough about any of the characters to warrant that. Troy Baker's in it though.
Remember shit. All I know is Lightning. I don't know anyone else.
Yep, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
All right.
I just haven't like Final Fantasy's character designs for a while. I don't know why.
You
Guess
brought up
it's
like
just-
you hate the whole animu, like
Infeminate male.
feminine
thing.
male thing, but
Yeah.
they've done that in a lot of them.
It
Even,
really
like,
has.
Fucking Kefka is a super feminine looking dude.
Oh, definitely. Well, he's supposed to be a gesture though.
I guess,
so
yeah.
I give him a little leeway on that, but
True.
Final Fantasy IV is my favorite, and you start out as a Dark Knight who becomes a Paladin later, and he becomes really effeminate looking. So I'm really confused about what I like now.
That worked on so many levels. Well, anybody in chat have any questions, any things you'd like to see us discuss? Like to hear us discuss, I guess.
The Zelda Scrolls U.
Jesus Christ.
I'd play it.
Oh, you know what? What
What's
about
up?
the new Legend of Zelda?
Huh. I don't know how I feel about that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's gone really, really open world.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I like
Is-
that.
Is it gonna be? See, that's kind of what I want. Is another Zelda that would be open world, kind of like Majora's Mask was, where you got like a bunch of side quests to do in between, while you're just doing mainly.
That's what
four
they've said it's going to
temples.
be more like. So I think you would actually like that way more than I do.
I'm getting hyped.
But it seems even
Yeah.
more open world than before.
Yeah, it's like Skyrim-y, almost.
Like,
from what
like
I've
it's
seen.
just really wide, or what?
It's just a big ass world with no like no real like clear goal other than like one main thing that you have to do.
Right. As long as they don't give me like a compass like from the get go and like just always tell me where to go. I don't know. I like exploring and figuring things out.
Yeah. What game
know-
franchise would you bury for good? That's a good one. I would say if 15 is not good, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I
Any-
can agree with that.
It needs to die.
It looks pretty good so far.
Well, we'll see.
They
If it's
still have
good,
it
then
as
they'll
a
redeem
wallpaper.
themselves. Yeah.
Also, Resident Evil.
Yeah, they need to die as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, what about Silent Hill?
Have they been? Has it been bad?
I don't
Oh,
think
wait.
they've overkilled it.
Well, Downpour here was a total
Downpour.
downpour. But the new Silent Hills, whatever, could be interesting.
Yeah, I have decent hopes for that. I trust Kojima.
All right,
Yeah.
keep Silent Hill. Silent Hill can stay.
All right.
Resident Evil is much more of an offender here.
Yeah. Right, you haven't given an answer.
Have we given an answer?
Neither of you, Russ, actually.
See, I don't know about franchise, but I'll definitely say that zombie like survival horror open world and needs like genre needs to like quit happening.
Yeah, I completely agree.
chill
Way too
out with
much
the
of that.
voxel shit. That's what I'm gonna say. Like Minecraft
Minecraft type, yeah.
shit. Yeah, like I'm tired of like. Okay, no, not that. How about anything that's just trying to be like, you are put on this land, survive. There's no end goal.
They're just
Just
survival
live.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
So like you
survival
got,
games in general almost.
What was 7 Days to Die or whatever the fuck it was called?
Right. I like survival games when they have like a an actual in game, not like Minecraft does, but like Pikmin kind of thing. Like where you actually have a time limit of what you need to do.
To actually do
There's
it,
also-
yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a Game Boy Advance game where you picked a boy or girl. It's kind of like Harvest Moon, but you were on an island surviving and you had a food meter.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a
Don't
really good
remember
game.
it, but that was a
Yeah.
fun game.
Yeah. So I guess survival games that give you time limits, I would say are okay, but just the open-ended, never-ending, and you'd hardly ever die kind of thing is getting really tedious.
Yeah, I agree. Jack Reacher
But-
says, "What was the last game you were fully immersed in?"
Uh,
Last
The
of Us.
hard-hitting questions.
Last of Us. It's good. I'm trying to think what I played recently.
I'm gonna go ahead and say XCOM because I do get kind of worried when shit isn't going my way.
Hmm. Shit. That's hard.
This is gonna sound weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna say Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I agree.
Yeah, like I
Awakening was very
really
good.
cared about like everything going on in that game. Like, I was really worried about anyone dying, and then people died. And I was like, no.
Well, it's because all the characters are actually like likable, and there's so many of them, but they're all like actually likable,
Yep.
which is
Right.
pretty impressive.
Yep. And then for some random reason, it's like, I am the child of that character. It's like, oh,
Spoilers.
like you also.
Spoilers.
All
Children
right.
happen.
Children happen. Babies
Yeah.
are real.
Babies do get made, folks. You've heard it here.
I was immersed in Pokemon X and Y. I thought I was really petting a Woobat,
Jesus
and he
Christ.
liked his poffins.
Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck. That Woobat was cute as fuck.
He's the one who's got like a heart for a mouth, right?
It's
Something
like
like
his
Like a
I'm not sure if
nose,
it's-
right?
Yeah,
His
it's
nose or
not sure.
something like that.
His orifice, and that's the part he likes to be pet. And I always thought it was really weird that I'm like massaging
It's like
the
all
inside.
like bright
It's
and
like,
pink
ugh.
and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Christ. Hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though.
I enjoyed it.
What about you guys, man? What'd you get immersed in?
Really just Jun, because Snake's the
Yeah,
last of
everyone's
us.
already answered.
That's true, yeah.
I would say, if not, man, it's been a while. If not Transistor, I would say probably Mass Effect 3 then.
Oh, Transistor came out after Last of Us.
It did.
That was a great game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'll
got
give
pretty
you
immersed in
that.
that.
Yes, I forgot about it.
Yep.
Everyone forgot about that game, didn't they? It was because it was so short.
It was very short, yeah.
That sucks.
I like the end though. Everyone was
I
like,
did
"Oh,
too.
it's Coward's Way Up," but no, I liked it.
Would you rather
Nope.
games be short, or would you rather them be entirely too long?
I'd rather than be short.
I
Well, I
think I'd
guess-
rather them be short too.
Yeah.
It's
Because
like
The way he worded
what's
that, entirely too long, implies that they're just dragging it out.
The bad thing.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I like bad things.
Like, because I played games where like it's good, but then it just keeps going on and on and on, and then I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really depends on the type of game. Like I know FF7 took me 23 hours, one sitting to run through the first disc. By the time I hit disc 3, I was at hour 55. That was all time well spent.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
yeah, I will agree. Final Fantasy, some games do work for that.
Well, because they change it up. Like you're always visiting a new area. Like it's
Yeah.
always just like new and refreshing every single time. If it's
That
something
was
where
a
it's like
legitimate adventure.
yeah, like something like I think Transistor needed to be as short as it was because
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do with it. Like it's the comic gets old, and I think they ended it actually at the perfect time to where I didn't get sick of it, and it just left a lasting good impression. So
Right, exactly. I think also in Final Fantasy VII, it's like just chock full of like cool puzzles and mini games to play in between.
yeah, well, that's crucial to any Final Fantasy. They need the mini games and shit. Oh,
That's true.
something to add to our RPG. Noted. We need mini games.
Lots of them. Drinking games.
Hmm.
The Platinum Saucer coming right up.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Kate shit.
Oh, random mention.
Mhm.
For those who play phone games, Chaos Rings 2 is a surprisingly not too bad Square Enix RPG.
Looks
turn-based
kind of
and all that
looks
cool
kind of
stuff?
weeby.
Yep. It's kind of weeby, but so is every other Square Enix game.
Not Square
Yeah.
Enix maybe, but I don't know. I don't think any. Well, a
It's
lot of Final
literally
Fantasies
Final
are not
Fantasy,
weeby.
but not Final Fantasy. That's what this game is.
Okay, so it's like Bravely Default, sort of.
No.
Well, that's
It's Final Fantasy.
Bravely
Like
Default. It's like
New
Final
Age
Fantasy
Final
2.
Fantasy. Like
Oh,
Final
active.
Fantasy
Oh wait, you said. Never mind.
13?
That's not a good thing.
Well, okay. Not Final Fantasy 13?
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Excellent. Buying it right now.
All I know is it's not that bad. It really isn't. It's surprisingly pretty good. Also, apparently Dragon Age something was just released. I saw on Reddit right before we started on iOS and stuff. What is this? I have it in here somewhere. Dragon Quest 3, now available for iOS and Android. Those were the games drawn by the dude who did the Dragon Ball art.
Akira Toriyama.
That's one reason why I really like that series, even though I've only played one of them.
When you said Dragon Age, like phone game. For
I
some
said
reason-
Dragon Age, I'm sorry.
You
I meant
did.
Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay. Well, when
Yeah.
you said that, I originally thought like of GTA 5, where you can get like an app to train your dog, and then you just play the app and you're like a warg or whatever. Just
I had
have
no
a good
idea
old
you could
time.
even do that.
Apparently, it's a thing. That's how you teach your dog. What's his name? Jump or Champ or something like that.
Chomp, I think. Yeah.
Chomp. That was it. Yeah, it's how you train them to do tricks and poop on other people's lawns.
Neat.
When he said Dragon Age for phone, I immediately thought of The Division, where you can control a drone via cell phone.
And you could like control dragons or something like that.
Uh,
That would be cool.
It'd be one of those weird like mage spells that make a little orb that you can make go around and look at things.
That'd be pretty badass.
It's like the fantasy UAV.
Navi Online.
Oh, it wasn't Chomp, it was Chop. I'm sorry.
Chop. Get him, Chop.
That was it. That sounds like what he would say.
I could probably also say get him Chomp, and you would be like, that's it too.
It's true.
Well, I guess if anything else you would like to discuss.
I think I'm good. You guys good?
I'm good. Snake, you good?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm a terrible man.
Yes, you are. We'll save that for next week. That'll be the whole day.
That's the whole discussion. I'm
Yeah.
terrible, man. I
The
am.
intervention of cry.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, guys. This has been Playing Field. Thank you for coming, and we'll be back hopefully next Wednesday, assuming all of us don't forget, because we tend to do that. And thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week. Da 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 da.
Watch
out! Da 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 da.